Hello, this is Jim, and I live in Texas. And I'm out riding in the Texas Hill Country today, and I thought I would make a video for my fellow Medifast users in the to put on the Medifast forum. For now, I'm going to keep this video private, so only people who know about it can watch it. Eventually, hopefully, I'll make this public. I wanted to make the video because tomorrow is 1 month on Medifast, and so far I feel like it's been a real success for me. The first week was the hard part. If you want to try Medifast, ride it out through the first week. It's a roller coaster. Your body, or at least I can only speak for myself. I'm no expert. I'm a software engineer, not a doctor or nutritionist or anything. But there's no there's no getting around. If your body's used to eating a high calorie diet, and you cut it down to 1,000 calories a day, which is roughly what Medifast is, and the foods are probably healthier on Medifast. So that's a shock to your body, and it does react to it. It was kind of a roller coaster. Fortunately, I have a very predictable schedule. Being a software engineer, every work day is pretty much the same in terms of physically what I do, what time, and everything. But even so, there were times when I felt really bad. There was one day where I got incredibly grumpy. Worked with a great group of people. We never have arguments, and a meeting ran long, and I couldn't get to my Medifast bar for about 45 minutes after I wanted it, and man, I was just getting furious. Fortunately, I didn't take it out on my friends. Today, I set the initial goal, let me give you my weight history. In May of 2011, I weighed 270 pounds, and I know that exactly because I'm a private pilot, and I took the medical, and that's what it weighed. And the doctor kind of yelled at me about it and told me if I come back to, basically he said, if you come back to me in 2 years with weighing this much, I'm not gonna give you a medical. And I really like flying, so that's a serious threat. So over the next year, I did cut down on what I ate. I didn't really go on a diet. I just ate a little bit less. The place I work has free junk food, so I didn't cut down on the junk food, which I think is my main problem. But I did get my weight down from 270 in May of 2011 to where, at least on the 1st of January, about the 1st of January 2012, it was down running about 255, sometimes 260, and it stayed that way for all of 2012. I did make a real effort over the holidays to not overindulge in food. If you ride a motorcycle, ask me where this road is. We motorcycle riders in Central Texas want to keep this a secret because it's so good. We don't want the word getting out. Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah. So I didn't gain weight. I was about 255 on 1st of January 2013. And I started Googling diets. I said, it's time to get it. Plus my doctor, I have a physical every 6 months. My doctor's been chewing on me about this for years, justifiably so. My blood pressure, I'm on blood pressure meds. It tends to run up near the red line. The A1C runs up near the red line. Not over it yet, but cholesterol runs up near the red lines. So the only medication I'm on is for blood pressure, but and that's a fairly low dose, but still, I needed to lose weight. So on the 1st of January, a switch flipped in my mind, and I said, Jim, you'll probably never be skinny, but this is ridiculous. So I Googled, being a software guy, I Googled around, looked at the different diets, and it looked to me like I liked the Medifast plan. It was so well spelled out. There was, not much room for temptation. Some diets, they say, well, you see what you want, and you measure it, and, you count points and stuff. And I know that works for a lot of people, but I just like, you get 5 of these things you eat today, and then you have one meal where you get a little free play, where you eat a steak or a something high protein, a steak, or I've been eating mostly grilled chicken for lunch. And you eat a serving of vegetables every day, 1.5 cups. And after the first week, it was like my body started to settle down. I still wasn't completely happy, but it started to settle down. By the end of the second week, it was the new normal. My body had said, okay, 1,000 calories a day, high protein, not much carbohydrates, so I'm cool with that. And I really started, the weight really started coming off. And it comes off really fast the first 3 weeks. A lot of that, I guess, is quote-unquote water weight. I don't know, but whatever. The scale really notices it right away. Here we are at the end of the road. Go back the other way. Where was I? Okay, so first 3 weeks, everything goes fine. You got to stay on the plan. They give you detailed instructions. You got to do it. The one day I went a little bit off the plan. A friend of mine was in town, so I went and had a big steak and a salad. I figured that's not going to, you know, that killed weight loss for like 4 days in a row. Even though I didn't have any bread or, you know, barbecue sauce or anything. But anyway, stay on the plan. And you know, I'd say if you commit to Medifast, do it at least 3 weeks. By the end of the third week, you'll know whether or not it's right for you. I have more trouble on weekends because I'm doing things like this on the weekends where I don't have such a regular schedule. It's so critical. This is the most critical thing for me, and I think for a lot of people. You have to eat every 2 or at most 3 hours. That's the way the plan is laid out, and you've got to do that. You do not want to be hungry. If you're on this plan and you're significantly hungry, you're not doing it right. On weekends where I might get on the motorcycle or, you know, do things other than just go to work and come back, sit at a desk all day, it's harder for me to do that, but I have found that's a big key to success. So after 1 month, I set my initial goal at 230 pounds. I have one more day. Tomorrow I'll be 1 month on the plan. So I started at 250. Basically, I lost a little bit before I started in January. So 255 on January 1st, about 253 or so on the 17th of January 2013 when I officially went on Medifast. This is the 16th of February, and I weigh 231.5 pounds. So I've lost, what is that? A lot. My clothes are totally different. My clothes fit different. I'm pulling skinny jeans out of the back of the closet because my jumbo jeans just don't fit anymore. The energy level is much higher. My energy level is much higher. So I can't say, you know, Medifast is working great for me, and I don't see any reason why I can't continue this. I don't want to continue it forever, but I can continue this. I set my initial goal at 230, so almost almost 25 pounds I lost in a month, maybe 23. My goal in the Medifast weight loss tickers we use on our forum is 230. Well, I'm 1.5 pounds away from that, and that could easily happen as early as tomorrow. So I'm going to have to reset my goals. And so I'm still pondering what my new goal will be. Having that goal is, I think, a very important part of the program. You know, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. When I left, I retired from the Air Force in '94, and I think on the day I retired, I was right at the max weight, in BMI. And I think I weighed about 196, so that would be a good goal. So maybe I'll make that a goal. Let me close up by saying, I picked 230 as my goal because it seemed unattainable. I thought, well, if this thing works, you know, maybe by May, end of May 2013, when my flight physical is due, you know, I can be close to 230. That would be better than 270. I never in a million years imagined that I could live for 3 weeks out of a month, could be unhappy for a week, and then reasonably gruntled for another week, and then 2 weeks of absolute, you know, physical calm, and actually have much higher energy levels, and have to dig out skinnier jeans. One of the advantages of being 60 years old and a fat guy is you have a closet with skinny clothes in it from when you were thinner. So I'm digging those out. I'm just digging the whole program, and I'm certainly gonna stick with it for, you know, many months to come.